Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of the feedback you provide that we don't care about, keeps us on an even playing field, and we like that. Real quick shout out to our sponsor, Nathan, because he told us to do stuff. So we do it. Anyhow, moving straight into it today. Today, of course, we were talking about a, kind of DIY little movie project, man. You can find this one off of zetaprime77 channel. They got a slew of stuff. We've checked out, in all honesty, we watched all of, Revengers A-Game, and then we caught a little bit of some other stuff, but we haven't dived into, all of the offerings and stuff that were, at hand, so you're welcome to do so. We may return one day, point in time, time permitting, or, just mood permitting, whatever. It doesn't matter. Of course, we were talking about Revengers A-Game off of zetaprime77, because Nathan said so. So, man, what can be said about, this one? There is so much greatness when it comes to, a hefty majority of the filming techniques that are utilized and brought forth in a multitude and variety of scenes, which not only remind us of hours and hours of our youth spent in TV production classes, but genuinely scratch a reminiscent, nostalgic, kind of itch of creativity from our past. Now, we can't just say all the kind of good stuff without at least touching on the bad, and, so for the critiques, that are a little more heavy-handed, man, the overall story in the, Revengers A-Game, could be hard to follow at times due to soft-spoken participants, issues with the audio, things of that nature, and when you're filming outside, if you don't have a boom mic or, any other kind of, like, wireless mics and stuff, that can be a really hard kind of thing to pull off, but, you're able to do it. So, yeah, the overall story, hard to follow at times with the soft-spoken participants, and as well as perhaps, something that kind of, it's not detrimental to the viewing or anything, but, we would have preferred that, the folks that were in the movie that had poor to no costume choices, that was kind of an issue for us too. It seemed like, a lot of kids that weren't part of the initial project kind of jumped into the project, like, while it was in, happening and everything like that, only they put little to no iota of any, attempt in a costume for, their characters and stuff like that. And when you're doing a kind of a parody type thing and whatnot, like, we can't even remember his now, but like Tin Man, great costume. Dude with the Spider-Man hat and goggles, passable costume. But man, you had dudes just in civvy clothes and stuff, which, hell, maybe they were all like Black Widow and Hawkeye or something. We don't know. But, so, what else? Some poor costume choices. We also would have loved to see a little more attention, to following the audio all the way through, and such. So, those three kind of big things, or two big things, really, because two of those are kind of the same with the audio and the soft-spoken actors and things in it. That stuff being worked upon and whatnot can definitely be developed into more greatness and such to come out. So, Revengers A-Game, off zetaprime77, what can be said about you? Well, the last biggest thing that can be said about you is there's one kid in that movie that really shouldn't have been in there. And we're not going to tell you which one, because I think they know who they are. Or they don't, and all the friends know who they are. Behind that kid's back, they're like, hey, man, you're the cameraman next time, or you're going to hold the boom mic to pick up better audio. Who knows? We don't know. Let's spray paint some shit. Revengers A-Game, what can be said about you? You get a good old-fashioned A with a circle around it. I don't know, something like that. Who cares? You got something there. So go check them out. Their stuff's way better than ours anyway. Go to zetaprime77. Or don't. We don't care. Do whatever you feel like. Have a good one, you probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.